1994. From the murky banks of terrestrial radio, a new hope begins to rise.
Opie and Anthony are radio shock jocks known for setting up outrageous stunts. People sure are listening.
Two Long Island natives who together would one day change the world as broadcasting's greatest duo. After 20 years, these children of the 80s have arrived.
Their hugely popular radio show is not just in New York anymore.
Opie and Anthony show. The hottest show there is.
Through 55-gallon drums and wiffle ball bets.
You push it in until you're comfortable.
From mayors to mayor.
It was an April Fool's hoax by two radio disc jockeys.
With bottle rockets and bra bombings. And wieners and pigs.
Opie and Anthony got their hands on the photo and tweeted it.
Two men that have taken a box of cocks further than any.
Well, these people will definitely stop. Guaranteed. Lift up the...
They've met friends along the way. Norton.
I have a raging hard-on right now. Can I please put my dick in your donuts?
And through fines, scandals, suspensions, cancellations, and terminations, it's the one show that remains unscathed. Striking fear into the hearts of management everywhere comes a radio show that after 20 years remains above all else real. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning, everyone.
Woo!
It's showtime.
Certainly is.
Heavy rain in New York City.
A pain in the ass to fucking get around.
Now.
You can't make it sound bad because of the Midwest.
Okay, thank you.
I know. You know, they have a little trouble with the weather, too.
I don't know how they deal with tornadoes. That's something we don't have here.
Well, they're, Oklahoma strong. They're Kentucky strong.
Kentucky strong?
Texas strong.
Oh, okay. They'll be all right then.
They know how to pull together. There's no other state that has the type of people.
The toughness.
That can come together in adversity.
Right.
Except for, New York, Jersey, Boston, of course.
Boston's strong.
L.A.
L.A. almost strong.
Yeah.
Well, L.A. is pretty strong today.
Yeah.
They're pretty strong. They're one today.
They're one. They are one.
I got to tell you, man, I slept like a baby last night, knowing that all those multimillionaires will not be hurt by an old racist and his words anymore.
That is good.
I slept great because of that.
I'm glad there was swift justice, just in case he was going to do it again.
Thank God.
Had to get it taken care of, lickety-split.
Thank God these multimillionaires are taken care of.
Yeah.
And no one could hurt them anymore.
No one could hurt them.
Jesus.
It is ridiculous.
Stupid words. Stupid words getting in the way of everything nowadays.
Words hurt. We learned that.
And then the Clippers go out on the court and continue to play for the guy.
Yeah.
I don't understand that part of this.
Yeah. There are so many little peripheral things that are just ridiculous. MSNBC, of course, they were having a virtual party last night on the air. And I forgot who it was, but of course it's some really liberal PC person.
Is it the guy with the glasses?
It might have been.
Chris Hayes?
It might have been Chris Hayes. Saying that this wasn't enough. This didn't go far enough.
What?
Because, and here was the logic.
Right.
Because he could just give the team over to his family.
Right. Okay.
Now, is he saying that the entire family now should just be shunned and shouldn't be allowed to have the team? Guilt by relation, association.
My God.
It's that to me is insanity.
Oh my God, that's taking it way too far.
The whole family should be.
Right.
We need the entire Jewish family to get on the boxcar.
So, if Donald Sterling decides to sell, I don't know if you could actually force him to sell. I guess what? The rest of the owners get together and they decide if he has to sell. And if he does sell, it's going to be for a ridiculous profit.
Yeah.
I think I read he only paid like $12-13 million for the team. That sounds crazy.
And what if he sells it to a family member for $1?
Right.
If he just goes, here,
right,
team's yours.
Right.
They can't force the family member to sell. Can't do it.
So I guess we're going to have to just kill the guy.
The guy needs to die. Yes, that seems to be the only way.
Oh, man, it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Is he a racist? I do believe so.
Sure.
But
they needed this, and the fact that they needed this settled immediately. Like, there are things that happen that go on for months of, investigations and, not letting emotion take over, letting due process play out. This was just like, we need an answer quick.
Well, that's because the team's in the playoffs. It's a major distraction for the team and the rest of the league. That's probably why. I bet you if the Clippers weren't in the playoffs, then maybe they would have been
a little.
They would have taken their time, I think.
Yeah.
The whole thing is just silly to me. It really is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I just can't be bothered with words anymore.
It did get a little too much attention on the popular front on the news.
I don't know. Told to sell the Clippers, fined $2.5 million, lifetime ban. Slam Punk is one of the headlines today.
That's a good one.
I actually tweeted this one. I'm a big fan of tweeting these amazingly funny and clever headlines.
You should share.
This one says, clipped. NBA, no bigots allowed.
Oh.
See, that's what NBA stands for.
I have a different one.
Well, I've seen it on the old Twitter. Not by you, by the way.
Of course.
But I have seen the one you're thinking of. Ban Sterling for life.
Yeah.
By the way, I do apologize. My fly's open in that tweet.
Oh, is it?
I didn't do that on purpose.
Oh, boy.
And then, clip, hooray! clip, hooray!
The editor actually said, okay, that's good. Let it print with clip, hooray.
And then this one, Nowhere Man.
That's a Beatles song.
Clippers, NBA tries to return to normalcy with Sterling out for life. But the fact remains that the players did play for him last night.
Yeah.
And I guess they won the game, right?
Did they? Yeah. Was that it?
Well,
because when all said and done, I still don't care about basketball.
I'm not watching that much basketball these days, but I'm like, probably like a lot of dummies out there. I'm like, hey, I think we're going to see the Clippers tonight to see if anything crazy goes on.
I bet if you...
And then I looked on my guide, and I'm like, 11 o'clock? I think the game just ended.
West Coast.
Fuck, I can't stay up till 11.
Hells no.
They won?
I believe so, yeah. What was the score? Do we have it on our little sheet here? NBA.
Score.
No. Who did the prep sheet today, Sam?
Uh-oh. Sal?
Eric.
Yeah, Eric.
E-Rock.
Oh, E-Rock.
Yeah, Eric just stinks.
Oh, no.
Because this is what the paper does.
Oh, boy.
Look, under sports, NBA, Memphis beat Oklahoma 100-99. Washington beat Chicago 75-69. Golden State, LA Clippers, no score because it was too late at night.
What? Yeah.
But that's like what used to happen in the 80s, the 90s.
He did it this morning. Wait, there was no way to look online.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he stinks.
Oh, no.
The Clippers story is pretty big, so you would think we might want the score.
You probably want to. People kind of want to know.
Sal's jumping up and down with his thumbs up in the air. Why, Sal?
Because Sal thinks this makes him look good.
No, it doesn't make it look good. It's just I like when E-Rock gets thrown under the bus.
Well, you certainly do.
And now here comes E-Rock. He'll have some stupid, swarmy comment.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
What Sal doesn't realize is he's jumping up and down, but he just bought himself the prep sheet tomorrow.
That's it.
And could we look it up ourselves? Yes.
Yes.
What are you going to say? Thank you.
Oh!
Goodbye. Clippers 113, Warriors 103 last night.
Do you think he did that?
What can I say?
But why wouldn't you get the score for that?
Because
I mean, usually we don't give a fuck about the LA Clippers, granted, but it's a huge story. Right. Wouldn't you have as many facts about the Clippers today as possible?
Boy,
right. And when I was writing the sports part last night, the game wasn't done. And when I was doing everything else this morning, I was like, I'll just get the score in the morning. And I did forget to put that particular score on the prep sheet.
I did forget was the key part of that explanation.
I did all right, that's fair enough.
I did forget.
At least you're taking responsibility.
Yeah. So Yeah, the one game, it figures.
That was the big one, to get the score on.
All right.
Oh, boy.
All right. I'll accept that.
There you have it.
Sal's very happy about this, by the way.
Sure he is.
Do you
He was
have anything to say
jumping
to
for
Sal?
joy.
Because he was jumping up and down with his thumbs up in the air.
Thumbs up, laughing.
Really excited.
Well, the show's still early. I'm sure he'll miss a music cue or something.
Oh!
We'll be good.
Incompetent Sal, right?
You will, right?
He's getting better.
Oh, he is.
Oh, he's getting better.
What?
Sal kind of did pull this whole thing where he was a really good intern,
Right.
and he got hired,
Right.
and just went into suckdom.
He sucked for a while.
He was
but
the worst employee we had.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of pulling it out, right?
I told you personally, right, Sal?
Yes, you did.
There you go.
I listened to exactly what you had to say, and
No, Sal is way better.
So if I could reiterate, he was a piece of fucking shit.
Right.
Did you say one of the worst employees ever, or the worst?
I would say one of the worst.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a few other people that were kind of slacking before they left this establishment.
All right, well, what are we going to do with this Sterling thing?
I don't know. It's been...
You want to hear what Silver said? Adam Silver?
He really
Yeah.
didn't mince words, did he?
No, he didn't beat around the bush, as they say.
He had to come on strong, and he
Went
did.
right in.
I am personally distraught that the views
why?
expressed by Mr.
You know,
Why?
I do want
Distraught.
to. I do want to say one thing, and we've all said it. The one thing I wish they would add to this discussion is the fact that this guy was talking in his house in private.
That's the biggest issue.
That is a major fucking issue.
Yeah.
There's a story in the paper today, and I don't know if anything's going to come of it, but there's a coach for the Warriors who got fired recently, and he was secretly taping coaches talking to players.
Oh, boy.
What is on those tapes? And will they be released? And will the players be okay with the fact that they were taped when they were having private conversations?
Let me tell you something. This is setting a precedent where you will see women and men, but this, if you look at this situation exactly, let's say you're having marital difficulties, going to be getting a divorce, or just have a woman scorned, let's say.
Right.
All she has to do is record some guy saying horrible things, her boyfriend, husband, whatever,
right,
and put it out there and destroy his life. So, because we're not seeing any repercussions coming her way for illegally taping this guy.
Right.
And it seems like, wow, that worked. Like, why don't I give that a whirl? Let me destroy this executive boyfriend or husband.
But none of these talking heads on the TV are stepping forward and saying, whoa, okay, yes, we see what's going on here, but we got to add this to the discussion. It's not right that people are being secretly taped, and then these audio recordings are being pushed out to the media. Because there's a lot of scumbaggy websites like TMZ that'll take these tapes in a second.
In a second.
No
and it's
problem.
going to be the new thing. Like, it becomes the new thing.
Right.
Like TMZ saw what this did for them, and all the other websites and the news agencies, they saw how good this was for them. So why wouldn't they accept other people's tapes to slam somebody?
It's not even part of the discussion.
Not even.
Not even in a little bit. Anyway, this is what I was talking about. Warriors assistant recorded coaches. A former assistant coach for the Warriors reportedly recorded conversations of coaches and players without their knowledge before being fired by the team this month. ESPN, citing anonymous sources, reported that Darren Ehrman secretly recorded coaches' meetings, conversations between coaches and players, and informal discussions. It's unclear what Ehrman did with the alleged recordings.
Uh-oh.
He was fired on April 5th for what the team called a violation of company policy, so maybe they found out he was recording. Sure. I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Ehrman already has landed a job with another team.
What do you think he'll do with these recordings if he's got something?
Hey, man, the NBA's cool with it. They're cool with you secretly taping each other. So.
And so is the public. And the same public that cries about privacy and we're losing all our privacy.
Yes.
And when it comes to someone else's privacy, you just don't give a fuck.
You don't care.
You don't care. So I have no mercy for the individual who loses their privacy.
I would bet a lot of money that every I will go with every single NBA player has said some really shitty things in their private life.
I think everybody walking the earth.
When they knew they were safe and knew no one was taping them.
Right.
Period.
Of course they have. Terrible things.
So, here's Silver yesterday.
I am personally distraught that the views expressed by Mr. Sterling came from within an institution that has historically taken such a leadership role in matters of race relations.
Beating, wife
and caused
beating.
current and former players, coaches, fans, and partners of the NBA to question their very association with the league.
Come on.
You know,
to them.
I would love to bash this guy too,
Outrage.
because he's a groveling. But he was put in a very tough position by when the president is talking about it. It's a really hard position to be in as the new commissioner.
Oh yeah. As soon as the recordings got out, this guy was fucked. We all knew that. And Silver is doing what he has to do.
Yeah.
Them and pioneers of the game like Earl Lloyd, Chuck Cooper, Sweetwater Clifton,
not Sweetwater,
the great Bill Russell, and particularly Magic Johnson.
Oh no!
I apologize.
Why is he apologizing to a collection of black basketball players?
You didn't do anything wrong.
He did nothing.
You didn't do anything.
The owner did it in his private life, you groveling idiot.
Here's today's apology.
Yuck.
Can we go? Let me ask the people here.
Oh, God.
And my pals. You think we could go a week without a big apology?
No.
Let's start the clock today, Sam. Put it on the docket. Put it on the docket.
Apology clock.
An apology clock. Can we go? Should we make it 10 days?
We'll start with 10.
Let's start with 10.
Then we'll see
Can
if
we go 10 days without a big apology in the news?
Oh, it's just always somebody.
Why is this guy apologizing?
This guy has no reason to apologize whatsoever.
No, other than the fact that he looks like a fucking, like the Dracula. Who was the creepy Dracula? Nosferatu. Yeah, he's very uncomfortable to look at.
He just floated to the podium. Oh, God. Why? Why is he apologizing?
Accordingly, effective immediately, I am banning Mr. Sterling for life from any association with the Clippers organization or the NBA. Mr. Sterling may not attend any NBA games or practices. He may not be present at any Clippers facility, and he may not participate in any business or player personnel decisions involving the team.
How do they do that?
He will also be barred from attending NBA Board of Governors meetings or participating in any other league activity. I am also fining Mr. Sterling $2.5 million, the maximum amount allowed under the NBA Constitution.
He says that because he knows like 2.5 is nothing to this guy.
Mere bag of shells, Norton.
That's a cup of coffee for Donald Sterling.
2.5 mil.
I'm telling you, man, he's 81 years old. I don't think he just says all right to this. He knows he's at the end of his life.
He can fight it without,
Why would he? Why? I mean, if you're a younger guy and you want to try to get your life together and move on to other things, maybe. But why would this guy just agree to all this without a fight?
He should come up with the anti-Semitism angle and say that they're just doing this because I'm a Jew and completely turn it around. Come out with a yarmulke and fucking pay us. Really pour it on.
These funds will be donated to organizations dedicated to anti-discrimination and tolerance efforts.
Jesus Christ.
How about you use the money to give everybody a cronut or something?
A cronut.
Why does everything have to be so calculated?
We're going to give this organization... Oh, are you? What a waste of money that is. Fuck.
Everything has to be so well thought out.
Right. Boy, is this a fucking butt lapping.
It's a grovel fest.
It is a grovel fest.
It's a grovel fest, but again, that was a bad thing for the NBA.
Yeah, which I understand to a point, but
you don't have to come out. You know what? Honestly, it's a bad thing for the NBA. But honestly, do you have to come out with a fucking press conference like this with this contrite, apologize, we're giving the money, just don't worry. Like, this could have been done with an email. Hey, by the way, we're doing this.
Well, not in this day and age.
Done.
You got to be front and center with this.
And the players were all
on the top screen.
I saw that
little child. Look.
Yeah, I believe I saw it.
Right.
Typical.
All right. Jesus.
I
oh, that's adorable. That's great. Little knockout game.
Anti-discrimination and tolerance efforts that will be jointly selected by the NBA and its Players Association.
Oh, yeah?
As for Mr. Sterling's ownership interest in the Clippers, I will urge the Board of Governors to exercise its authority to force a sale of the team, and will do everything in my power to ensure that that happens.
Interesting there. What do you think the owners are going to do? Because like I said earlier, maybe off before the show, the owners don't want to lose power. They like knowing they have a little power over the league itself.
That's true.
I think they're going to vote unanimously.
You think they all try to get together and say, we got to do this unanimously?
Yeah, because they're players. Every player in the NBA is so invested in this,
right,
and would be so angry at their owner if they did. You know what I mean? It's a really hard one to kind of not go with the flow on this one if you're one of the owners.
And then someone asked Silver, about the conversation being private. And this is what Silver had to say yesterday.
Should someone lose their team for remarks shared in private? Is this a slippery slope?
Whether or not these remarks were initially shared in private, they are now public, and they represent his views.
See, that's not a good enough answer.
It's a safe answer. But
how can you be? And I say that, but then again, like, what if the guy was a Nazi who advocated Jews being killed? Like, yeah, I wouldn't want him owning a team. Man. Like, what's the line between your views and privacy?
I would have followed up that question and said, Mr. Silver, are you cool with people, recording you without your knowledge? Are you going to be all right with that?
Yeah,
because it's so easy to record people now. You just fucking hit record on your phone and just put it on a table.
I know.
The screen goes black.
That's dangerous.
They do it to us every day here.
Racist.
Oh, we're on the air.
The screen goes black, so even if you're looking over at someone's phone, it just looks like their phone is just on the table and nothing's going on.
Correctamundo. This is going to be
I'm going to start recording everything.
Popular.
I just want to let you guys know that.
Cool.
I'm going to just record everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Has Roland bought a Clippers jersey yet? I believe he has.
Yes. What about fake Roland? What did he buy?
Good old fake Roland.
Fake Roland thanked Mike Baker yesterday for stopping by and said, see you tomorrow.
Because it's here till Friday, of course.
Tuesday through Friday.
Holy shit, was he mad.
All right, let's go to some video. Yeah, we got the Clippers and the big standing ovation that happened last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Was it packed?
Oh, boy, was it.
Packed out.
Just like we said it would be.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that he made the decision before the game, I think, probably helped.
Yeah.
All the NBA.
Los Angeles Clippers at Staples Center, taking the floor a short time ago.
And why are they being like, whoa, yeah, like, what did they do?
They had to deal with hurtful words, Anthony.
Oh, right. Hey, that's the guy from the video game commercial.
Is he only half mad?
That's funny.
Hate will never win is one of the signs.
Hate wins every day.
That wasn't all right. That was all right.
Oh, you dumb signs and you dumb fucking shit. Another victory for the good guys. Words hurt.
And then
Very important.
The Oprah had something to say.
Did she? Of course.
Oprah told TMZ a thing or two. Where was she coming out of? Is she in New York?
Yeah, I think it was in New York because it sounded like it was our TMZ guy.
Oh, was it Adam?
Wow, that's a coup.
We might know a TMZ guy or two. Yeah. Was it Adam?
It sounded like it.
I'll tell you.
I'll tell you in a
I know
second.
his voice.
Yeah.
Oprah, you look beautiful. Good to see you. You look great.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Oprah,
Chai it up, chai it up.
Chai it up. Any advice to the Clippers organization and Doc Rivers and stuff?
You know, I don't have any advice, but all I got to say is we're all off the plantation. Plantation days are over.
Well, listen, if this guy gets rid of the team, any chance you buy the Clippers?
Fuck was anyone on it in the past 100, 200 fuck years? Jesus H. Christ! Stop with the plantation!
We're talking about multimillionaires here.
Holy fuck! I love that when Spike Lee saying, he treated his players, they were his slaves. Well, that's the most well-paid slaves I've ever heard of. Holy mother of fuck. Some perspective, people. Some fucking perspective.
What?
He put them in chains. Yes, he did. Gold, silver, and platinum ones. Holy mother of fuck. The plantation.
Well, what are you going to do?
Relax, Oprah. I don't think anyone was on the plantation that's playing for the Clippers. And quite frankly, I don't think anyone had a complaint about how they were treated in the organization. This guy said his horrific shit in his house in the privacy of his own home. But is there one complaint from a player or a coach or anything that it was mismanaged, that medical treatment wasn't there, that money wasn't there, that anything?
Well, take it a step further. A lot of people have said that Donald Sterling everyone knew he was this guy for a long time.
Right.
And these players still went to the Clippers to play.
Still.
So they were cool with it. They knew.
Elgin Baylor was the guy who complained, but I don't know what happened.
What did he complain about?
He got for racial discrimination in 2009. He sued him.
Right.
Okay.
So I guess moving the organization.
Going with Ant's point, though, a lot of people knew this guy was this guy and continue to go there and play.
And I'm sure other people sue people for racial discrimination that aren't racists. You know, it's kind of a thing to do sometimes. So you know. I don't know how that played out, but apparently they were being treated fine. They were being paid. They were playing the game. They had all the resources they needed. Plantation. Holy crap.
Is there a new tape?
Oh.
Where he said, I hate when
I heard where you were going.
Absolutely. What about the tape?
Yeah, it's mine.
Is there a new tape?
Not that I know of.
Why? Did he
talk about
N-bomb
being
tape?
inside you? Did Sterling say something like that?
No, I didn't hear that.
No.
You sure? I know there's another there's a tape going around of some woman that drops an N-bomb, I think.
Oh, okay.
But she's saying it's not her.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
It looked like MSNBC might have played a new tape or more audio that is at least associated with this. Just take a quick look out there.
Look at that, Adam Silver. Holy shit. They should have put him on like a board and just had him stand up from behind the podium like Nosferatu.
He's immediately. I am banning Mr. Sterling for life from any association with the Clippers organization or the NBA.
Okay, so what that means is no practice, no games. He cannot be at the Clippers facility or weigh in on any personnel decisions. He can have no interaction with the team he owns ever again. And that's on top of a maximum $2.5 million fine. Pretty nominal, really, considering his estimated net worth is around $1.9 billion. But the question of how long Sterling will own the Clippers is now also in doubt.
I will urge the Board of Governors to exercise its authority to force...
Wow. He'll sell.
Yeah, I think he will.
Oh, yeah.
He'll sell, Mortimer.
He'll be forced to, because I think you're right. I think it'll be a unanimous decision.
Uh-huh.
There's too much at stake, so the owners probably... I feel like they probably don't want to all vote yes, but
if you
they have to get together on this. Right.
And someone finds out,
Now you're guilty of something. I don't know what.
And they're probably like, you know what? Fuck him. He's putting us all at risk here.
That's true.
every day we have to deal with this. The woman that made the tape said that Sterling was aware he was being recorded. Our show doesn't believe that.
Of course she says that.
I believe she has to say that.
She's so fucking guilty if she doesn't say that.
We don't believe that is true.
Yeah.
We believe she said that so she could get the tapes out there.
It's a he said, she said.
Yeah. Although I wonder if she fucked up by releasing everything, because what happens now is there's nothing to bargain with, because he's going to come after her legally for the recordings, and now there's nothing for her to hold over his head. Like, why would he care if these other tapes come out?
Yeah.
He's lost everything already.
Yeah.
Unless he said shit about his family or whatever he doesn't want out there.
Can we go back to the Oprah?
Sure. Please do.
So, Oprah, I think she's saying some good things so far.
The plantation.
Well, listen, if this guy gets rid of the team, any chance he'd buy the Clippers?
No, I won't be buying the Clippers, but I hear Magic Johnson might be. Did you hear that?
I did not hear that.
Yeah. Where have you been? You're TMZ.
I know.
Hear everything. I heard. Well, so I'm not putting it out there. I heard it.
That'd be really cool, though.
Yeah. That would be really cool.
Who's your team, by the way? Chicago?
Oh, listen. I'm still back in the old days with the Bulls, I swear.
Really?
Oh, my God.
Would you say Michael's the best player, or you're LeBron?
You're not getting me into that debate.
Okay, no, I will not do that.
You're not getting into that. But TMZ, my goodness,
I know.
You guys must be doing the hula since you broke this story,
It's
right?
crazy, right? Since they broke the story, there've been so many other stories from it.
How did that happen? How did that? Did she call you?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know about that. But,
wow.
Is it crazy? Would you say what was the biggest story? I mean, you come from a news background. What would you say is the biggest story of your career?
O.J. Simpson, for sure.
Really?
Yeah. Wouldn't you say?
What happened there?
For me, I was 96.
We all remember where we were. How many of these do you have? Come on. Hey. I would say O.J. Simpson was the biggest.
Really? Bigger than Watergate?
Bigger than 9/11?
Or no, was that just a crazy story to O.J.? Different kind of story?
Different kind of story, because Watergate, we all sat and watched the hearings every day. But O.J., everybody remembers where they were when that Bronco was going down.
Sure.
People call their friends. All right, that's it.
One last question.
I gotta get to tea.
Wait, one last question.
Yeah.
If you're one of the best interviewers ever. If you had to interview Mr. Sterling, what would your question be? Your first question be?
I don't know. I'd have to sit with that. It would be a doozy, though.
Yeah.
I would have to sit with it. So you would want the first question to be the most revealing, Like in the interview with Lance, we did a lot of thinking about what that first question would be. So he would reveal, and after that first question, there's nowhere to go. Have you taken drugs? Did you take drugs for this? So I have to think about it. I wouldn't just say that.
You put a lot of research into that one of the first questions, the biggest one. That's really interesting.
You would think long and hard about what that first question.
Good job by Adam.
That would set the tone.
He fucking fires off stuff.
Actually, one last question. As me as the interview, because this is what I do. I run into interviews. Do you have any advice for me as the TNT camera guys doing interviews and stuff like that? As you being, because it's a different kind of interview.
Yeah. So I don't have any advice.
Do you think you'd be a good TMZ?
No, I would not. I would not be good at this at all.
I love you. You're the best. I love you. Good seeing you.
He's so approachable. Like, he's just a nice guy.
Seriously, thank you.
He looks the part. He's a nice guy. Like, he's
good.
Yeah, the celebrities kind of they'll gravitate toward him. He doesn't scare anyone away.
I'm just sitting here. I'm not paparazzi. I'm just here with the camera.
Just here with the camera. I'm a regular kind of guy, just hanging out.
But I think he'll back off too. Like, he's not a dick.
No,
I've seen him kind of go, like, all right, like, he's not a total asshole to people, so they kind of like him.
Yeah.
Oprah looks fucking good, by the way.
She lost some weight.
She looks really good.
She's 60 at least.
Wow.
60, maybe 61.
Really?
What about that story about she booted her stepmother out of that house? I guess they got divorced, her father and the stepmother, and Oprah, I guess, had a bad relationship with this woman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Oh, yeah,
huh?
there's a huge, I guess, a book being written.
Damn.
Was it an interview? I don't know.
Who knows?
Off the plantation, though. That's what I took away from that. God damn, until that fucking whole mentality goes away. You could say everything you want about the dumb old white guys and their racism. It's like, well, until that goes away. Well, it goes hand in hand with that. The plantation.
We have a huge problem discussing race. It should be something that's at the forefront, something that we want to talk about without hiding behind.
Shut up, you liar.
Gabby.
Yeah, I was going to ask Kerry. He was banned, of course, for his racist remarks.
No one wants to talk about race.
I didn't think much. What did you think, Kerry, of the way that he was talking to his girlfriend on those videotapes either?
The dumb white people will.
Attitude,
and black people don't want to hear white people's real
and to African
opinions
Americans
about
is
race.
just horrendous.
Listen, I grew up in Los Angeles, and anybody who is, I'm a huge Lakers fan, but I went to some Clippers games, and anybody who's within sports within that city
this is not relevant
knew
to the
this man,
story.
ran into this man. His reputation with women is just as atrocious as his behavior.
Oh, yeah, like the players aren't,
right? And it was almost as if...
womanizer. So everyone is saying he had a bad reputation, but these players continue to play there.
And his reputation with women is atrocious?
Yeah, really.
What does she give a flying fuck? More shit. Why not? What, we got sex tapes from the bedroom, too, that were filmed fucking...
The money talks, man, in the end.
Does bullshit walk? That's what I want to know.
No,
money talks.
Oh.
These guys continue to play for him knowing that he had a horrendous reputation out there. Wow.
A bad reputation. Yeah?
Yeah, that'd be a good song to go to break with.
Oh, man. Who was that?
Joan Jett.
Oh, yeah?
Right?
I think so.
All right. Let me see something.
Yes, he's
no guest today. Yes.
Well, we're not sure of that.
Yeah, it's not confirmed.
What if fake Roland?
Fake Roland might have booked somebody.
Someone. Who books people on Twitter?
That was funny.
Because Roland on the after show yesterday, Roland's talking like, no, I send an email and follow a phone call, and they take the Twitter, not just a tweet. Mike Big is like, oh, I'll be there Tuesday through Friday. I'm in.
Oh, it's podcast day.
Yes,
the Opie and Anthony podcast. Every Wednesday is a new episode. This week we decided to go with the best of Rich Voss.
Mm-hmm.
So go get that. Get it through the iTunes if you can for bragging rights.
Already getting some very happy tweets about that one. People are enjoying it already.
They really like it? Good.
Although you should probably be listening to the live show and then listen to the podcast a little later.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just listen to the Opie and Anthony brand.
Whatevs.
Yeah. Old clips, new clips, podcast. We don't care.
Whatevs.
And there's a link on our Facebook page probably?
Yeah, on the Facebook page, on the Twitter. O&A show.
On both of those things.
Yes.
All right, we'll continue.